scrutineers must check, they need to look at all safety aspects, including helmets, suits and boots.
How are we going to start?
Well, that was Steve Chapman, the clerk of the course, giving his driver's briefing. Now we're on board with Peter Malloy on a Stratos chassis armed with a 125cc Minarelli engine. He's going down Stratford Straight, where karts can reach speeds of between 90 and 100 miles an hour. Takes it easy around, feeds the throttle, comes back down Hanger Straight. He's heading towards the chicane. He'll be looking to go and swing the kart to the right, a little bit of left foot braking on this kart, turns it into the left, gently throttles it up through the gears. Now we're coming to a very fast part of the track. This is Hanger Straight, and at the end of this straight you don't brake, you turn in, you keep the speed going. Peter's taking a good line here, brakes late for Wilkins, turns in, keeps it gentle, coming over now into the last straight for the finish line, and that would have been a good lap, albeit I think that he maybe have just taken it a little easy for the cameras this time. Completing the front row we have Kevin Wallace, who's going exceptionally well today at his home track, and the second row is 26 Simon Collingwood and 81 Dennis Gale. The flag is up and it's down, the race has started. Looks like Walker has a good start, but Wallace seems to be leading him into the first corner. We'll have to see what comes down as they're coming into the Stratford hairpin. It's the O-plate of Mark Walker in the middle, but no, Dennis Gale, the 81, comes from the outside, takes a clean sweep to leave them all behind. Kevin Wallace, that was the number 1 of Barker, and he didn't get away, obviously. Oh, and who's gone straight over there into the chicane?
I couldn't see the number.
Nor can I, but his race is end. I hope it wasn't Phil Wilson again. He did that in the earlier heats.
I hope not.
But Dennis Gale, number 81, is way ahead there, looking very good. I don't know what happened to Graham Barker, number 1, but he's obviously fiddling there with his car. The 0 plate of Mark Walker's just race is run, isn't it, Leslie?
Yeah, it's too late now, isn't it, to do anything like win the race.
Okay, so Walker is in the lead at the end of the first lap and takes it down into the hairpin, nice and smooth. Gale behind him, John Hately, number 6, Kevin Wallace, followed by Simon Collingwood, Kevin Pinder, and Carl Turtle Hume into the chicane. So it's looking quite tight. And 78, Richard Ward's looking good. So actually, I think it might have been number 9, Charlie Johnson was there, and not Carl Hume at all.
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was Charlie Johnson who was there, just ahead of Matthew Gray. The number 19 kart.
Yeah, so Matthew Gray, you might remember, disappeared backwards into the straw bales in the last heat. So not good time for him, but he's coming back with vengeance. So it's Mark Walker, the O-plate, followed by John Hately, Dennis Gale, 81, Kevin Wallace, 21, and then the 26 of Simon Collingwood and the 77 of Kevin Pinder. So it's tight at the front, but Walker already making a small gap there, I think. Hately going round Cafe Corner, looking very smooth, but already I can see about a 30-foot gap from Walker at the front to John Hately in second place. Still Gale, still Wallace, Collingwood, Pinder, Richard Ward, Charlie Johnson and 19 Matthew Gray. So they're all fighting for their honours there, but no changes of places I can see at the moment. It's back into the chicane again. Certainly a different technique going to the chicane. Some of them like to take it nice and smooth, and a few of them like to put the back end out. I think that's more indicative of the shorter circuit car. They tend to brake with the rear and put it out more. That would take the video. But there's a real one, Dennis Gale, 81. He's been a champion in his time, and has been a staunch supporter of National 125 for many years now. I think he was in it even when they had air-cooled engines. Do you remember that far back?
Yes, I can actually.
Okay, stepped out of the bit back there. I suppose it's just because they're taking as much speed as they can into the chicane. But here's Walker again. He is super smooth. I've always liked this guy's style. He was a top 100cc driver, been in Gearbox for the last, I think 3 or 4 years now, and he's just oh so smooth.
And it's good to see Kevin Wallace, at kart number 21, in 4th place at the moment. He's actually challenging Dennis Gale. He's going very well on his home circuit at Shennington here. In fact, I think, yes, he's through. He's got through, I think probably up at Stratford. And Dennis Gale is in all sorts of trouble now. He's got Kevin Pinder and Simon Collingwood right behind him.
So he's dropped down to 4th place, Dennis Gale, and as you say, it's local man Wallace there, as we can see him into the chicane number 20. Nevertheless, you're quite right. Kevin Wallace, local driver, I believe he's on one of the J chassis, which is a local chassis to this circuit, and he's really pushing very, very well indeed. But it's Hately who's still got the lead. Well, Hately's got past Walker, and
that's right. You just wonder whether there might be some team tactics in play here.
Well, they could be, but they're far ahead of anybody else on the circuit at the moment. But, you know, if it's good enough for McLaren and Williams, I'm sure it's good enough for F1 karts to have a little bit of driver tactic playing.
And there's Kevin Wallace, number 21, still in 3rd place. I'm looking to see who's in fourth. I think we've probably, has Dennis Gale still held on to fourth, or is he?
Well, I don't know. He was being. No, Collingwood's taking it up on the inside, and I think Pinder 77 is going to try and do. His brother Peter helps him mechanic the kart, and sometimes they have some rotten luck, but he's a flyer when he's going. Is Terry? Well, it's Kevin again coming down. I think he's in third place, but Collingwood is definitely secured fourth. Gale looks to be in fifth, with Pinder pushing him.
And after that, I think we had Malcolm Smith and David Kernigan. Malcolm Smith in the number 56 kart, David Kernigan in 67.
Right, well, Matthew Gray's, as I say, he was the chap earlier who was in the hay bales, so he's obviously going a bit better now. But back at Wilkins, we're just watching the karts come round. Very fast corner this, it's an easy place to lose. Well, Truckton, and look, here's Gale, Brown and Richard Wall. They do take a different line, some of them going very wide to the right and 2-5. Okay, well, we won't accuse him of being ACDC, but he does like to change a little bit, doesn't he, our Mark Walker? He comes from Cockermouth in Cumbria, and you wouldn't have thought there's that was a spawning place for such great drivers, but it certainly is. There seems to be a lot of good ones coming from the north. But Kevin's a local boy, he comes from near Rugby, I think.
Yes, that's
anyway,
right.
Wallace is still holding third very well. Simon Collingwood still coming down in fourth place. So I think Gale may have been slipping back a wee bit. What can you tell us, Leslie? I'm not sure who that is. You're going to have to update me on this. But it's still Haitley and Walker well in front. I think we've almost got a full straight start. We definitely have. That's about 250 yards now that these guys are ahead of Kevin Wallace. That's taking nothing away from Kevin Wallace. He is the best of the rest. But these two Honda engine boys at the front really are dominating this race. And it looks to me as if they've got it in the bag unless something goes wickedly wrong for them.
I think that's a bit of a shame for Charlie, because he was running in quite a safe position there until he made that mistake.
Yes, but he was looking a bit twitchy earlier on, I think, and I said Carl Hume, the number 8, was behind him, but that was a while ago. Carl's ahead now. So it's Wallace in third place, Simon Collingwood 26, Kevin Pinder 77, Dennis Gale relegated to 6th in 81, and the young Richard Ward Charger 76 pushing very hard. I think he's after Dennis Gale's place, and I'm not sure Dennis will be pleased to give it up to him.
Must be the last lap now.
I think he could be right, Leslie. As I say, David Turnbull's a sparky from Birmingham. He's actually a very quick driver, but he's not performed too well at Shannington.
Oh, that's the leaders coming up to Stratford for the last time, and they're just about to lap number 15 kart of Amanda again.
Oh, poor Amanda. So she really hasn't been having a good day, because that's not a fair appraisal of her driving. She's normally back. Look at Pinder going around the outside of Collins.
To let Carl Hume move up into 8th position.
I think you're right, and over the flag it is John Haitley, followed by Mark Walker, followed by Shannington's very own Kevin Wallace. So here we are at the presentation. And there he is, Shannington's very own Kevin Wallace. Congratulations, Kevin. That's a really excellent drive from the Haitley. Deserved that.
Well done, the 125.